felt like I needed some creative freedom to just experiment, and so far I've come up with this as like a front cover for a little zine with the mermaids that I'm gonna all put together and make them into a little zine, I think. But I've just honestly like freehanded all of this and just got it all out. I want to add like some more little fish and things and some details. It's nowhere near finished, it's just kind of mapping out the base colours, and I use some different brushes that I don't normally go for, like some watercolours. Up here, that's like a textured, it's like a chalky kind of paint on Procreate. No, it was this one, stucco brush, but I really liked that one. Sometimes you just need space and opportunity to have a bit of an experiment with zero pressure. This is what I have so far. I'll keep you updated. Right, I need a way of storing my stickers better, and I wondered if I could pick you guys' brains. It used to be okay in this box whilst I had just sticker sheets, but to be honest I don't tend to do many sticker sheets anymore. So I'm filtering, these are all super old designs I am filtering out. There's lots of British birds left, creepy crawlies. What else is there? There's some dragons hiding in there too, dragon babies. Hugo. What else have we got? We've got rainforest ones, unicorns, got lots of unicorns left. Yeah, I used to make lots of sticker sheets, and I do still love sticker sheets. It's not that I've gone off them, it's just that I've been preferring single die cut stickers, but I repurpose all of these plastic bags from deliveries and all sorts of stuff, and I've now got that many die cut stickers, all in different sizes too, but I don't like, they're getting a bit cramped in here. I've had to start putting some down the sides. I mean, oh, these have slipped, and these are spare ones I think, but I could really do with a better storage solution. I've seen that some people put them in like clear see-through drawers, but my problem is that some of them are quite big, so they're not all the same size. Like these ones for example are enormous. Oh no. So yeah, I need to find a way of storing them. If you have any ideas, let me know. I would really appreciate yeah. See, I've got some tiny ones in here, but a lot of them are huge. I mean, look at the size difference. There's a big variety there. I'm actually buzzing because I've just seen this over on my Etsy. I spotted this initially and I was like, what's this all about? I thought it was Etsy telling me off or something. I just saw something was different on my homepage, and then Star Seller. I know people work really hard to get this, and to be honest I had never seen it before, and because I knew how hard people worked to be able to get it, and sometimes people didn't. I do mainly use my own website. It's got a much bigger collection on here, and I've been condensing down my drop down menu. It's also got the Patreon exclusive shop on there as well, with secret things and early access, stuff like that. But yeah, I do, here's all my mermaids. I do mainly use my own website, but I have kept Etsy up and running. So to see this happen when I am really quick with my orders, I like to get them out ASAP, but it's not something that I have been trying to achieve, so it's been a really lovely surprise this evening. I also got myself a little treat. This was recommended over on Emma Carpenter's channel, and I just thought I'd grab it as a little treat for myself. I can't wait to start reading it and hopefully pick up on some tips and tricks. Yeah, I'm excited. So I'm just gonna put these back on the shelf. I need to find a home for my ice cream. Sort these boxes out a little bit, but he's sat in that box in a minute. So I was watching The Lovely Catnip the other day. I love a bit of Catherine, and she was talking about these boxes from IKEA that I already have, but what she's done is she's cut hers down, which is just pure genius. So I think I have got some spares all down here. If you can see, And now what I do is, this is an old bit of card that I used to paint on, but to try and save space even more, I shove a bit of card between, like, so that's one box, but I shove a bit of card and then it can store 2 different designs of washi tape. But I am wondering, because obviously I'm doing the Kickstarter really soon, this camera is so bad at focusing. I'm wondering, because of the oh, don't tell me it's time for a new camera. We need to make this one work for as long as possible. About storage, I need to have a good tidy up of these shelves because it's a little bit messy, and I just haven't addressed these shelves for quite some time. But I'm wondering whether to kind of update the storage a little bit more. But yeah, I could really do with just having a bit of a sort out. I'm just going to label up these orders that came through over the weekend, and then I'm going to show you a drawing I've been working on. Lighting isn't too bad considering it's 8 o'clock at night. The shop has been really quiet for the last few months, so any orders that do come through, I'm always really relieved. It's a scary time for business. So this is what I'm probably going to do a little bit of sketching tonight. I'm still trying to get my people right, but I feel ready to. I really like this style that I've kind of developed, and I wanted to give it a crack at just adding a character in with one of my animals. So I've put this little piece together. I don't know at the minute whether I should kind of like make it into sort of like a woodland all around here with the trees, and then there's like kind of a central bit here, if that makes sense, or whether to make it more of a spot illustration so it would sit kind of within a page, spot style, so have it like this is the background that's white and then everything in here has got all of the detailing and stuff. I'm not sure. I guess then at the end of it could also be turned into a sticker and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a bit of a play about and see how I feel. But I've also just remembered that I started this earlier, which is, if I turn you this way, it's like a bit of a front cover that I've just been messing about with for a zine that I'd like to put together of all of my mermaid designs once they're all finished. When's the next mermaid? I posted one last night. The next one, I'm doing one like every 4 or 5 days. So the next one is due on Wednesday. I say due, there's no one holding a gun to my head telling me that I need to do it, but I am just trying to keep myself accountable. So I think what I'm going to do is have a bit more of a play about with this, and I had an idea earlier to add like some seaweed and stuff, so I think I might do that. Got lots and lots of layers going on. Where's my fish? In fact, I'll put the seaweed on this layer and see what it looks like. Maybe this sort of colour to bring that out. I don't know. I'm just having a bit of an experiment with textures and things. I've used a watercolour brush here, and I've just thrown it together and let my hand do whatever it wanted, really. Don't really know about the seaweed. We'll see. Anyway, the reason my voice has gone funny is, I know I mentioned in my last video, might have even been the video before that, let's put the clipping mask on, that I had been suffering with a bit of sinus pain, I felt like I had a sinus infection. Without wanting to be too minging and graphic, I've just been having a lot of issues with my sinuses and bringing a lot out without wanting to go into too much detail. And it never really went away, but I've noticed that I've started wheezing a lot as well, especially at night time, which is classic like asthma symptoms for me. But I also noticed all of this got worse, started to flare up worse than it normally does, and circulate around my sinuses and my like throat when I started taking a new steroid inhaler. So the reason I'm mentioning it is I thought I would ask if any of you are taking a steroid inhaler, and I know there's lots of different ones out there as well, but I'm very new to it. It's something that the asthma nurse has wanted to put me on so I can try it, because I do get bad asthma in the summer months. So once all the pollen and stuff starts coming out, that's it. It's just, I'm all over the place with my allergies. But I feel like this, normally I get some relief from it and I'm able to, you know, when I'm wheezing and stuff, it does go away. But this has been like pretty consistent ever since I started taking the steroids, so I wondered if there was some correlation there. I'm going to speak to the asthma nurse again and have a chat with her, because she said if it's not right then we can just change it and, you know, try something else. But yeah, I thought I'd ask if any of you have also experienced anything like that. It feels really good to be so free with this at the minute. I'm just trying to find a flow again, and well, more of a flow than I feel like I've actually ever had with my work. Just have a good time with it again, learn how to have a good time. I think there's pressure, especially when art is how you obviously bring money into the house. It's been an anxiety of mine, but I'm trying to have faith that it will all work out, everything's going to be okay. I work hard with my little boy as well, everything's changed, so I don't work the same as I once did. I feel like that's too many. I wanted some little kind of accents, but not that many. Let's get rid of, they're not going to see those anyway because that's going to get cropped off with the bleed lines, so let's just get rid of those ones. That's better, I think. Yeah, that's much nicer. Get rid of that one too. Just a little subtle detail. Yeah, just been trying some new things out. I think that also needs to, don't want that on there, that's meant to be, the brush overlapped a little bit there, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a bit of a play and see what happens with this, I think. But my goal is to put together a little collection zine of all of the mermaids together so that you can have them as a collection. I don't know, I don't think I'll be making them as prints, because they have been more of an experiment for my work, rather than, I don't want to do the thing where you make artwork with the intention of turning it into a product, because I feel that the second you do that, you do lose a bit of fun sometimes with it. And I'm trying to just find the flow and the freedom again with my work, rather than force myself to feel like it has to be for something at the end. Whereas with a zine, I feel as if I can be a bit more free-flowing and expressive with it, and it doesn't really matter. So yeah, it's a bit more raw and a bit more vulnerable, I guess. Knew I'd save this for a good reason. It's like a crunchy, but plant-based. It's really delish, but they're huge, and I can only manage half at a time, but that means it lasts longer. This is my next mermaid. It's Tia Dalma from Pirates of the Caribbean. She's my favourite so far. Quite unexpected actually, because I was dreading. Her costume is so chaotic, there's a lot going on, but I think the colour palette for me is just really singing to my soul right now. I've also in another Procreate I've drawn like these little cowrie shells. So this is the cowrie shell that I drew on a big document, and I just thought I would copy and paste it onto her costume just to save me drawing lots of individual cowries. But yeah, I've left her hair at the moment. I haven't done her face tattoos and markings yet either. I've left her hair because I want to practice drawing her dreads and things. I still need to figure out how I'm gonna go about doing that. I have been actually having a few conversations with some of you about dreads and twists, so the difference between the two, and some of you came forward in one of my last videos to say that you have dreads or twists. So when it comes to drawing hair with people of colour, it's something that I don't just want to just do. I'd rather have a little play about with it and see what kind of textures and things that we can come up with. I don't just want to do like, you know, a blob. I want to add some texture in there and make it kind of accurate for her, as accurate as I can get it. So yeah, I want to add some nice shading and things to her body still. I've only done her breasty area so far, but yeah, I love the colour palette. I love a little tail here, and I tried to add some like fabric-y sort of looking textures and layering to her, and I wanted to add a different kind of tail, make it look a bit more rustic, lots and lots of texture. So yeah, let's see what happens with Tia Dalma. Okay, so I wanted to show you this brush that I thought made really amazing dreads, because Tia Dalma's hair done with these photos are terrible. I found that trying to find a reference for Tia Dalma is really quite difficult. The reference images are terrible quality, but I think it was the organic one, and this wild grass made a really lovely texture. I've had a play about with it, and I just love how it gives that almost fuzzy look to the dreads. And I've just laid it up a bit with several layers. I started to add some like little beads into her hair and things, but now I'm really happy with her. I think it's just a case of adding her detail in, but I'm really happy with how her hair looks. She looks really cute. So yeah, just the details.